Dr. Strand, you've studied the impact of RA among women. What has your research found?
Basically, that RA affects every part of life, and that probably one of the major concerns is getting adequate control of pain, and that women feel with rheumatoid arthritis that they lose their independence, and that they're afraid that people look upon them as being sick, and thus they want not to have to admit that they have RA or to have to show that their hands are not the beautiful hands that they once were. And I think there's a lot of concern about really showing to people how much pain they may be in, how tired they may be, how much they're really not able to do what they normally thought that they should be able to do. So it affects absolutely housework. It affects work inside and outside the home. Many people start to work part-time. Family members really must come and help with a lot of the household work. And that means then you have to also basically admit to your family and to your spouse or your partner how badly you're feeling that day and that you need help from them. And they're willing to help, but they need to know about it. And I think that's hard too, because many RA people feel that, well, they're giving in to the disease if they tell people how badly they feel. And yet, actually, they're probably not, because they can get more help that way. The idea of essentially balancing activities is extraordinarily important. And we realize that not only does RA, in fact, impact sexual relations, but it has clearly led to breakups and divorces because of the stress both on the partner and on the patient.
Dr. Peak, as a physician who works with many women living with chronic diseases like RA, how do you counsel them on overcoming the challenges Dr. Strand just talked about?
You know, Dr. Strand said it so well. Women keep a lot of this pain to themselves. And when they do that, it really impacts upon the quality of their life. There's no question about that. So the first thing I always recommend is please seek support. Open your mouth. Share with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your spouse, your partner. And when you do that, then they can empathize and they can say, okay, we're part of your team. Let's all work on this together. That also means speaking to your employer and people you work with, because you have to have a living and a working environment within which you can exist, and that'll help minimize the pain. At the same time, you want those kinds of environments that'll also increase the ability to have exercise, for instance, and to be able to get out there and to move your body. I think a long time ago, and I know you'll agree with me, the way physicians were taught about rheumatoid arthritis and a lot of the arthritis issues was that you should just not move very much and basically not do the physical activity. Well, good thing science marches on, because now we realize that it's imperative to get out there and be more physically active. And when you do that, you have to do that with the support of everyone around you. And that's why it's important to share.
Next, we will continue our conversation with Dr. Strand and also speak with medical expert Dr. Pamela Peak about the physical realities of living with RA and chronic inflammation. Please join us, and remember to check out healthywomen.org for helpful tools and materials. And you can find more tips on how to customize your exercise routine on reachbeyondra.com.